Oh, that were a bit high pitch, sorry. Hi guys. Okay, so I am here to do a flip through of the Grunge Time journal. It is done. Sorry. It is done. It is finished and I absolutely love it. Yeah, so I have fluffied it up a little bit with some sari silk that I have. I've had it for absolutely years. I used to use it when I was jewellery making. I've just cut it into little strips and just tied it on. Okay, so this is a ring bound journal. It is quite a fluffy journal, and as I said, it is, you know, this was my March design team project for Kerr over at Happiness in Crafting. Now I will confess, it is the 2nd of April today. I only finished it off fully last night, or if you want to be specific, at 27 minutes past midnight this morning. The clock had just ticked over to midnight, so you know, past midnight, so technically it was already the 2nd. Very early hours. I lost track of time. I didn't even realise it was that time. But yes, so it is done, it is finished, and as I said, I absolutely love it. It was well worth the extra binge crafting at the end to get it done. So I, like I said, used the Grunge Time kit. I added book corners on the edges. I've added eyelets to some of the thicker pages, the ones that are going to take more, you know, pulling around and that sort of thing. I split one of the pages in, oh sorry, noisy. I split one of the pages into two, like so, to create the front and back cover. That was the really good thing about this. Excuse me. Because I changed my mind about the journal that I was making, we didn't lose very much of the kit pages on this one. The original one was this. I'd already done the cover. I did it on camera with you guys. I put the book corners on and everything, and then I used the duct tape that I got for the project. I bound it with elastics for a traveller's notebook style journal, but I didn't do it tight enough, but then I'd already put that over the top, so I couldn't tighten it up. And then I didn't like the way that was sitting, you know, I didn't like how it blended in, but I didn't have anything more grungy to put over the top of it. And then I cut the pages that I printed out. I cut them too short, so it didn't look right, and I'm like, I just really don't like it. So what I will do is take these pages out. I will probably see if I can pull that off. I probably will. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, I'm going to say I probably will compromise the actual pages, but maybe not. Let's see. I don't mind it doing that. Let's see if I can get it off this side without... Oh, yes. Awesome. Okay, right. So that can go in the bin. I know he's taking it from down there and a little bit there and that, but now I can... yes, now I can cut those out. See, it needed to be a little bit, like, quite a lot tighter. But I can take that out and restring it, and then I will just find something to put around there. I've probably got some black lace or something I can do. But yeah, I'll take these pages out and I'll redo it, because I do love the actual cover. I just didn't love that duct tape on there and how short I cut the signatures. So anyway, okay, we'll rectify that. Not as a design team project, I'll work on that in my own time. But yeah, so I am here, as I said, to flip through, do the final flip through. Yay. So I've gone for the 3 rings, just adds a bit more stability. As I said, I have used eyelets in some of the pages that are going to take more wear and tear, and we'll flip through. So this is the front cover. I did sew around it, and I did go around it with frayed burlap because that fit this grungy theme perfectly. Some of this was already that colour, not me using the frayed burlap. Okay, so let's see if I can keep you in frame. There we go. Yep, pretty much. Alright, so I added a pocket here, a vellum pocket here on the inside. G likes to do the vellum pockets, so I figured let's, you know, honour G and do the same. I sewed around it before I glued it in. what I should have done, I sewed the cover, the back, front and back cover, before I put the pocket on. I wanted to put the pocket in first and then catch it down the side when I sewed it, but I sewed the journal covers first. I forgot what I was doing. But yeah, so I just strengthened the top here with a piece of the kit page, sewed around the top there, and then went around the bottom. Granted, not straight, but it doesn't matter. Made a vellum pocket for the inside. This is one of G's prints, but it's not from the Grunge Time kit. This is from one of the Friday freebies. All the kits that I have used are linked below. I don't have any more of this page left because, as you'll see, I have used it throughout different things in the kit. In the journal, but what I did do, I went over it with frayed burlap to give it that more grungy style. It wasn't that colour, it was just black and white. And then on the back, this is one of my jelly prints that I did. I just backed it with that. You can't, I mean, you could write over it with a white pen if you wanted. You can't really write on it, it's more decorative. Added a page tab. Oh gosh, I get confused. A page tab with part of the kit. I have a tab punch, and I used bits of offcuts from the kit to punch things out. I love this stitch that I found on my sewing machine. It does like a zigzag, then a straight stitch, then a zigzag, then a straight stitch, then a zigzag. Yeah, so some stitching you can see, some you can't. But I like that, and I use that specifically because it's a window pocket, so you can see that beautifulness there. This is there's nothing in this, but this is a pocket, a page pocket that I used using tea dye paper and embossing folders from Tim Holtz. This is the Industry. Is it Industry or Foundry? No, Foundry. I keep saying Industry and it's Foundry. Yes, Foundry. Yeah, Foundry one. That one. Looks like a metal plate. And then, lurking around here somewhere is the other one that I keep calling the Cogs one, and it's actually called Mechanics. Is it? I think it's here. No, that's the Flourish one. Not sure. Oh, there it is. There it is. This one. So, the reverse of this, zoom back out, the reverse of this, I love this Cogs one. So that is using this embossing folder, 3D embossing folder by Tim Holtz, and this one is called Mechanics. But I just keep calling it Cogs. Whoops. Okay. And then it just fell out the packet because it's not sealed. Anyway, yeah. So I just glued them, not glued, I popped them together back to back like that. Took a notch out with my circle punch, sewed around the side and around there and the top. And there is a pocket page there. I put eyelets in that because, you know, I'm going to take some wear and tear getting it in and out. I was going to eyelet every single page, but after about 20 minutes of doing so, that's why these pages are a little bit shorter. After about 20 minutes of doing so, right at the beginning, my wrist was killing me, so I had to stop. But then it looked weird because some had been done, some hadn't, so I cut down where I had done it and then made the pages shorter. This is my own tea-dyed papers. I love this patterning on it. The kit page, again a bit shorter because I'd already put the eyelets in them and then decided I didn't want to. Now there should be a page between them, but I can't remember what happened, but when I was, it's further back here, when I was, this one, it should be this, when I was sorting it out, I tore it by accident, and then obviously it didn't work putting it back in, so I cut it up and made it into just 2 smaller pages. So normally I don't have 2 kit pages together like that. I usually have something in between them, so I will find something and put in there. I meant to do that already and I forgot, but I will. I'll find something and put that in there to break it up. And then there should be another one here. I'll put some more tea-dyed paper or something in. This is a kit page as well, one of the backing pages that I turned into a window pocket, so I cut that out with one of my, again, Tim Holtz, I can't remember what they're called, but Tim Holtz dies, and put some acetate in there. And then I made a journal cover. Oh, sorry, the backs of these pages are other kits by G. On the back of the actual kit pages, they are different pages from different kits by G. Kerr at Happiness and Crafting. But I cannot, off the top of my head, tell you which ones they are from. I think that's from the vintage. But all the kits that I have used, these extras, are listed below. So please go and check them out. Some I do know, some I don't know off the top of my head. This is one of the freebie pages by G. I haven't inked around that. I was going to, but I haven't inked around that because I really just love that black and white, simplicity of the black and white. That is just grunge paper, grunge printer paper that I got from Amazon. I love it, and I didn't think until afterwards if I'd remembered about the, I forget have it, if I'd remembered I'd use this in here as well. But this is a ring bound journal I can still add pages to, so I might add some of those in. But yeah, so this is the back of this paper, this print, and this is one of G's backing pages, kit one I believe it is, one of G's backing papers kit. I know that one because I use it quite a bit. Yeah, so I did sub around it, messy stitch around it and then stitched around anyway. But yeah, so that just sits in there nicely. I love that you can see that design. There's one of the other pages, kit pages as well. Just some text. I've done another vellum tracing paper. It's not vellum, it's tracing paper. I keep saying vellum. Pocket there. That there, to reinforce it, is one of my jelly prints that I just folded over to do. That's also one of my jelly prints. It was just a scrap and I sewed around it. I actually sewed around it test printing my sewing machine after I'd rewound the bobbin. But I thought, well, do you know what? It's kind of cute and it's plainish on the back. You can write in it. So that got added in as a bit of extra journaling space. This was a scrap that I just used my tag punch on to create a little tag. So we popped that in there. More tea-dyed paper. Another kit page. Not sure what kit that's from. Another kit page. I had to reinforce that with washi tape because at that side I had the page upside down, so that notch there for like thumb notch there to get things out, I'd done it there. So when I went through with the eyelet, it wouldn't have been strong enough, so I just reinforced it with some washi tape and then went over it with frayed burlap. Did some stamping on here with vintage photo, stenciling with vintage photo. Now this one is kind of back to front because the thumb hole is there to pull that out, but this is, you know, it's that way. The little window is on the other side. Again, reinforced it there, kit page, all the way around it with frayed burlap. This is also one of G's words and phrases. Come from her words and phrases kit one, I think, I'm not sure. I've got a few of them, but it come from that. And then I did almost like a franking tag. Yeah, so that's also one of G's, Peacefulness. I went around it with zigzag stitch, but then all around these I did sew straight stitch around them like that, and around there. And as I said, then I went around the edges here with a zigzag stitch all the way around the tag, and then inked it with the frayed burlap. This paper here in the background and the paper there on the back is the inside of an envelope. I don't think I've got any of it left now because it got used for quite a fair bit of stuff, and I'm not sure I have another envelope to hand to show you. Do you know, I have loads of them and then I moved them the other day. Oh, here. Oh, look, there's another one there. I could have used that. You know, so we get these mail envelope, junk mail and all sorts come in these. And it is the inside of an envelope, and that's the same one. You know, so all I did was just undid the envelope, cut around it, and then used it. I love it. It worked great for this kit. But yeah, so that goes in there that way. That was positioned there specifically so you could see it through the window. Yeah, so that goes in there that way. That is the mechanics one. Embossing, 3D embossing folder. Just turn it into a page. Again, that was the page that should have been further that way that went wrong, so I cut it down. Made it a mini page, stenciled on the back. My jelly print, more stenciling. Kit page. Another one of G's pages. Again, not sure what that's from. It could be the vintage collection, but I'm not 100% sure, but everything's listed below anyway. Again, my jelly print that I just folded it in half and turned it into a page pocket. Sewed around it. This one I made a boo-boo one. If you watch the video, I actually come up here and sewed it partly shut. Then I re-sewed across the edge and unpicked it. But yeah, so we have that. And then this should have been a page, but I took it out because when I was counting, I was putting things in between pages and I had a page too many, so I took it out and just put another one of my jelly prints on the back. And thought, well, I'll turn that into a journaling card, and then thought afterwards, you know, I wish I hadn't done that. I could put it in as a journal page, as like a half page, but I quite like it going in that pocket, so it can stay there. More tea-dyed paper, another journal page. The amount of times, honestly, I cannot even begin to count the amount of times I've ended up with these pages upside down. The only way I know is the numbers, because, you know, it's just confused me all the way through making this. It's confused me. I've got them upside down many, many times. Another one of G's pages again. Sorry, can't remember off the top of my head. My tea-dyed paper. Actually, you can see there where I punched the holes at this side and then realised, oh, it's the wrong way round. And the only way I knew that is because of the numbers at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And yeah, I had it the other way because I was looking at these. Yeah, so I had to reprint it. This I do know is from G's Magic of Music kit. It's one of the backing pages because I love that kit. And only after I put it on, printed it on the page, I realised it's upside down, but you can't really tell. Again, another pocket page, but this is a side page with the mechanics and then the industry. Wow, you can't even see that, it's very washed out. There we go. Industry on the back. That's a very pale page, is that? So, alright, you can see it a bit better there. The sun's shining through now. I did that as a side tuck, side pocket, and I managed to use my circle punch. The reason the notch is so low down, I managed to use the circle punch, and where it went in there, I managed to follow the line of the groove with it. And you can see some of the foundry there in that bit. But that is a little pocket. Nothing in it yet, but that is a pocket. That's the back of one of my jelly prints. That's the front. I actually did that the wrong way. I punched the holes the wrong way, but I can't turn it round because if I do that, it's taller than the journal. This I had to cut and redo because I had the text upside down. Honestly, this is also one of G's backing papers. One of my tea-dyed papers. Beautiful kit page. Again, I think it could be the vintage collection, not entirely sure. There's the industry one. There's the other part to that jelly print page, more stamping. For the jelly print, more stamping. Excuse me, this page I got upside down on numerous occasions. It's not, if it weren't for the text, you know. Yeah, not sure. That's also one of G, that's not. That black there is grunge from my printer. My printer had a hissy fit. I'd cleaned the print heads on it and it had a hissy fit, so it printed black on it, but it added to the grunge. This watermarking thing here and what have you and all this is part of that kit page. Some more tea-dyed paper, kit page. Again, some more black grunge from my printer having a tantrum. I love this pocket page. This was a big A3 jelly print that I did and I absolutely love it. I just folded it, well I didn't fold it in half, I was going to at first but I ended up cutting it and you know, moving it in a bit, so down it. Oh, I just love it, absolutely love it. This is one of G's freebie pages, and then inside we've got some of that grungy printer paper that I got from Amazon. Love it. I think I will just go through and add some of these as extra pages, bulk the journal out a bit. Yep, so I just made, oh, and I've just stapled across the top there with the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher stapler. Love it, but I love this page. Another one of my jelly prints, some stamping on the back. Love that stenciling, not stamping, stenciling. If I've said stamping before when pointing at these pages, it's not, it's stenciling. Sorry guys. Yeah. Kit page, that's actually the front page. That's the one that I use for the front of the journal. It's just at a different, oh no, it is at the same angle. I'm going to say it's just a bit further over, but it's not, it's the same. But yeah, so there's the front page. Tea-dyed paper. This one I got upside down numerous times as well. Again, look at the text. Although saying that, look at the text, and then I got the text one upside down as well. This is a kit page too, and I folded it in half and I sewed down the middle there to make two separate little pockets. I put a window in there, acetate, and then I did actually freehand sew the circle, made a right mess of it, so then I went round it with a straight stitch, a square. This backing page here, when I take these out, is from, it's the same as the other one, it is from the backing papers kit. That is, again, one of my jelly prints. The big pocket page that I've just shown you, these are what's left over from it. It was a big A3 print. This is also the freebie page, the one that's in the front. The tag that's in the front, this is part of that page, and I specifically did it this way so that that butterfly is in that circle when we put it in. Again, it's just got the grungy printer paper on the inside, but when we slide that in there, the butterfly sits nicely there. Love it. Gotta have my butterflies in it somewhere. Another kit page. Again, I got that upside down a few times. Honestly. More printer paper, another kit page, Magic of Music kit page, printer paper, Grunge Time kit page, backing papers kit page, another one of those pockets, but this is a top loading one. That is the Mechanics 3D embossing folder, that's the industry embossing folder. And then we get to the inside of the back page, which has two vellum pockets. That is a strip from the backing papers page, that is a strip from the Grunge Time kit, and these are all leftovers, obviously Grunge Time kit page. And then the back page, which I've shown you already, Grunge Time kit page. All these were leftovers that I just used some of my punches on, so tag punches, different shapes. There we go. Actually, that wasn't them two weren't tags, them two were metal dies. They were cut out with metal dies. But yeah, so there we are, guys. It is finished and I love it. Yep. And then these were all done with, oh, that was a tag punch as well, a smaller one. And then these were done with the die cutting, so that's the inside. In fact, that is off one of them pages where I did the window pockets. And then I have a tickets die that I wanted to play with. So I made some tickets as well. And yeah, and there you go, guys. It is done. And I love it. Love, love, love it. It's caused me some stress, I will admit. And yes, and then as I said, I just added the sari silk to it after. There is a lot of room in there to expand. Not just ephemera wise, but I could add more pages, which I will do. Like I said, I'll probably use that grungy printer paper. Let's see if I can get it. It's just up here. I've used it before. Here. I got it from Amazon. Just says Prestige Old Style, A4 Old Style. It wasn't overly expensive. It's 120 GSM. You get 100 sheets, so it's a good thickness. And of course, it just replicates old. It's supposed to look old and vintage, but for this journal, it's perfect because it also looks grungy. So yeah, you know, like win-win. So I think what I'll do is I will just. It's not quite A5. It's a little bit smaller. Is this journal? Or the pages are anyway. Once you cut them down. But yeah, so I may just fold some of them in half, cut a little bit off the edges and just add them here and there as extra pages, because they do fit the theme brilliantly. And like I said, it will just add some more pages to the journal and bulk it out a little bit more. But yeah, I absolutely love it, guys. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to keep it or whether I'm going to part with it. To begin with, I thought I'd keep it, but I'm not 100% sure. I have had some interest in it, but yeah, we'll see. So the people that have shown interest in it probably will get first dibs, even though I really kind of don't want to part with it. I will see because they've expressed interest in it right from the start. So I will see if they are still interested. If not, I will then decide whether or not to keep it or pop it in the Etsy shop. So if I do put it up for sale in the Etsy shop, I will come back with another video and let you know. But in the meantime, there we are, guys. There is my design team project for Kerr at Happiness in Crafting for the month of April 2022. And I'm just going to take a picture for the thumbnail. Yeah, I've loved every minute of it. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for your support and following along with me on this journey. And yeah, there we go, guys. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, G and Andy, for letting me play with your beautiful kits. And yeah, I'm going to go, guys. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.